about this to the board and, basically presented it. So what we did, and when I say we, it was Deepa and I, got together with Beanish and a kind of a small group of people that were leading the charge for it, to do it. And we took every single line and we talked about what's important and what our values are and what we believe in and what's gone terribly wrong over there, and tried to put it in a way that speaks truth. Just, to some degree, pointing some fingers at the people who are doing things wrong, but at the same time just kind of talking about like common values and what we believe in, things of that sort. And I thought that after hours and hours of conversation and meetings, we met, 4 different times with phone calls in between and stuff like that, and reaching out all over the place, we finally put together something that I believe in, and I think it speaks to the value of what we want to believe in Villa Park as a whole, and what we want to believe as neighbors and Americans and just citizens of the world. So look at it and think about it and how kind of it applies to all of us, and I think it really does. So we came together as a board, all the trustees voted in favor of it, and we're very much on board with it, which speaks volumes, because there's unity there, and I think that's awesome. And that's part of what we tried to express in this resolution, that, we are all neighbors and we are all together, so there is unity. And I thought that was just really neat. So that's, the nutshell of the resolution, but none of it would have happened if Beanish hadn't stood up and said, hey, this is what we need to do in Villa Park.
All right, very good. Very proud to live here.
It's awesome. Yeah, we have lots of take charge people on this commission, so you're in good company.
And this is a beautiful benefit of it, that Beanish feels like, and I don't mean to speak for you, but you want to be part of the community. Right. And what a better place to be part of the community than here.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Are we taping, Gina?
Yeah, I started it because I thought it was good. And I apologize. I was walking out the door and I got stopped. And that's the problem when I'm leaving my office. I can't say sorry. I can't talk to you. So my apologies.
All right. So it is 5:41, and we can officially call this meeting to order. Let's start with a roll call. Leslie Allison, CI is here.
Carla Grant.
Eliza Dieter.
Dave Samples.
Lizana Jackson.
Kathy Halloran.
Mary Brunnerheim. Carrie Alfano.
Gina Racconelli, staff liaison.
Okay. And then I see we have some guests here, so if you would kindly just state your name.
Venus Trustees.
Okay.
Jack Kozar. Carlos Jackson.
Jackson Alfano.
All right. Good. Do we have any public comments on agenda items?
I didn't see your agenda. I have just a couple general comments, but it's not the, you have non-agenda items?
We do, and
Okay.
you know what, we'll go ahead and we'll just do that next. We'll just move that up and, so amendments to agenda. The first thing that I want to do is go ahead and move our vote on a co-chair position to the top of this meeting, so that we can do that now. Everybody feel okay with that? Sure. Do we have to motion to do that? Yeah, somebody motion?
Oh, motion to.
I have a question though. How is that the co-chair, is it gonna be just sharing, leading the meeting duties, or, I didn't know, I mean, I'm fine with it, I just didn't know. Is it just leading the meeting responsibilities?
Yeah, it's looking at it as 50-50 chairman, basically, just splitting the duties of the chairperson.
Mm-hmm.
So, Carla is going to start taking over the agenda, making sure that the agenda is posted,
Right.
doing that kind of stuff. Any communications that we have, like right now, we're working on the Prairie Path cleanup. That information is coming to Carla and I, and
Okay.
we're gonna put together the list and do things a little more
It'd be nice
In
for us,
concert.
because we'll have two people
to talk to.
to
Right.
contact if we have questions or anything,
Mhm.
as opposed to just getting
Right.
Leslie
Okay.
out of a dog massage.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought, I just wanted
All right,
to, okay.
Okay, I second the motion.
okay. So I'd like to, go ahead and vote on, having Carla as our co-chair. Does anybody want to?
So sorry to stop you,
Make a motion.
but we're making a motion, I thought, to move, to make an amendment to the agenda.
Okay.
And if there's another amendment we're going to make to the agenda, public comments on non-agenda items, we should do that all in one, and then go to the things that we're changing.
Okay,
Sorry about that, I just,
so we're
Remember-
going to
Second.
second both of those motions.
Do you want first of that?
The motion to move the public comments on non-agenda items and also the vote on co-chair to the top of the meeting.
Correct.
Motion that.
Yes,
And I second.
all right.
okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Those opposed? All right. So, let's go ahead and vote on, the co-chair position. Would somebody like to make a motion to have Carla be a co-chair?
Motion to have Carla be a co-chair.
Anybody want to second that?
I'll second it.
Okay. Are there any discussions?
I guess just the only question would be, I know in the past, when I've had a question, I direct them, I go directly to you for something specifically, at which point you can just, at least that was the direction you've always provided, right, to go directly to you. So in the future, I'm gonna send whatever question I might have or concern or anything to both of you.
Correct.
And then just whoever replies first?
Pretty much. We're gonna be in constant contact together. It's just that Carla has a really full schedule, as do I, so,
Okay.
we're just tag teaming each other and making sure that things are moving forward.
Sounds good, so we don't need, like, if I can answer from one of you, that's enough to move forward with whatever I might have questions on.
Correct.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so it's not like I need to make sure,
Yes.
okay.
I'm supposed to make things easier.
And hopefully this is only a 1-year thing, that next year we'll have somebody be the chairman full-time, right?
Mhm.
All right. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
oh,
Opposed? All right. Well, there you go. Now it's official.
Now it's official.
All right. So, moving on, any, public comments on non-agenda items?
So, Jack Ozark. Couple of things that I just wanted to, bring thoughts. So you've got your Prairie Path cleanup. When is that gonna be?
That's Saturday, April 27th,
April
from
27th.
9 to 11.
Okay. So if that date works, and I'll get to the second part of that in a moment. Coming out of CREM, I'd like to donate to all the kids who are working on the Prairie Path cleanup. So they can come in and get free ice cream at the end of their day. You can get free ice cream
No.
too.
We still have some cards left. I think we have 21
Okay.
of the.
Well, however it works
$5
out.
Whatever,
So,
just
yeah, just tell me
keep that
whatever
in
you need
mind
and let's
that
make sure that
that's
can happen.
Okay.
Does that include dogs?
The dogs can get popcorn. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, right. So, however that can play out, please do. And then number 2, Beanish and I were talking that I think it would be a lot of fun, to do like an ice cream social. And one of the community building type things that you may wanna take into consideration and have discussion upon would be, what if we did something with the Islamic Foundation to have an ice cream social so that we can join certain aspects of the community together and have family and children come, and it would be a great, like, little meet and greet kind of thing. And then maybe consider, so maybe do one for anybody, but kind of focus in on the Islamic Foundation. Maybe we can focus in on some of the other, I hate to say groups, but members of our community that maybe don't participate as much in the community. And if you guys have any ideas on that, maybe we could do multiple ice cream socials throughout the year or something. And it would be something that I would like to pitch in and pick up, the tab for ice cream and like assist with that. So I'm not trying to put any financial burden on you guys. It's something that, like I see myself as paying for. But it might be something fun that we could do and bring people together. So
Are you
just thoughts
thinking
on
that this would be at, Crum?
At Crem, yeah.
Okay.
So in the past, there's been some talk that, like as a trustee owning Crem, I don't know why, but like there would be like a conflict of interest or something like that. So my third announcement is that we have essentially sold the business, and we put a wonderful agreement together with the Itasca Country Club. And Larry Sweats, who owns the Itasca Country Club, and I are friends, and he is 10 times what I have the vision for. And he is gonna bring in some really cool and dynamic ideas, and it is going to go to the next level. Yeah.
Is it all three of the businesses, not just the
The whole
Crown?
patio.
The whole thing?
Yep,
Okay.
so him and his team are gonna run the show, and I'm just there to help. And you may see me cleaning a table or two just to pitch in, cause I can't help myself. But really, really an exciting move, I think, for that property and for Villa Park, and it's just gonna take it to the next level. He's gonna be able to bring in the energy and the personnel that I just can't do. It's not, I can only go so far, and they're gonna take it. Over at the Itasca Country Club in the summer, they have, upwards of 250 people employed, and it's just a whole different dynamic. So, yeah, it's really gonna be a cool thing, so sit back and watch and wait
Oh,
for
exciting.
all of it to unfold.
Well,
When
Can we
does
get
that-
VIP passes?
Yes.
When does that
You always
happen?
have a VIP pass. Wherever I'm at, you have a VIP pass.
Okay.
You might be cleaning a table.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you tell them about all the ice cream you're donating?
Well, no, I'm donating it, he's not donating it, that's good, yeah.
That's exactly why I asked, when does this, transaction
Yeah,
take place?
right.
Well,
makes
congratulations.
sense.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
it'll be a really neat move. Yeah,
It's such a great business, so as long as it's still there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
better,
It's
it's
great.
gonna be better, yeah, under his management.
So, go ahead.
So one of the things Leslie and I talked about, with knowing that you were kind of looking to have something for the Fund Commission to maybe be involved with, to put on. For the village, we don't put on like a multicultural event. So the schools tend to do that, so it's more, localized. But I thought maybe a multicultural event having, all different cultures involved and more of an education, so picturing different stations, if you will, and maybe artifacts or clothing, and people to educate on traditions for their culture, having maybe some entertainment like Irish dancers or
Yeah.
in that kind of
Yeah.
idea. I had said to Leslie, maybe little treats, kind of like what you would get at Costco. Don't give someone a plate of food because they're gonna walk away, you know, like something to kind of keep them there and really learn about what it is they're being shown. And we looked up, the International Day of Peace is September 21st. So we think that this year's a little bit full on our plate, but we would like to maybe consider that for next year.
Great idea, I love it.
And it sounds like we might have the perfect venue to do that at.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
Because we could use that whole patio. That
Yeah,
could
I
be
can help
really
with that
interesting.
entirely, so, yeah, I would like to.
And we definitely could use your help too.
We've
So that'd be
decided
great.
that you're going to be in charge of that.
You're
We'll
good
make
at
it
making
here.
plans without anybody else.
See, and you thought we were just kidding when we said you talk all the time.
You can't just put your little toe in the water and feel, you gotta jump right in, you're swimming.
I got a year, it's okay.
Along those
Yep.
same lines, Deep and I were talking, and we as a village, were asked not to use the term Summerfest, because we didn't want people on their way to Milwaukee swinging by Villa Park and
Get
being like,
confused.
hey, this is not Milwaukee, you know.
Milwaukee's problem.
Yeah.
You know we received a cease
Cease
and
and
desist.
Right, right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see how people can get confused and
Yeah.
lost along the way, but either way. But instead of having Summerfest, which we can't have anymore, the term Summerfest, an idea would be Summer Fiesta. And that might be
World Fest.
kind of a cool way to, 24% of our community is, identifies as Hispanic. I just learned that fact from all our surveys and stuff going around. So that might be just something, again, to have some discussion on, and how can we kind of bring that segment of the community that doesn't participate as much as we'd like them to, bring them in. Could be an idea, so just kind of tossing that out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Anything else?
That's all I got. Thank you for letting me speak.
Dave, anything else?
Okay, I wasn't sure if this is the right time, you gotta do things this way. No, I just wanted to, I think some of you have met Ellie, my daughter, and, I know we're looking for junior commissioners, and I just thought it'd be, you know, we've talked a little bit about it, so I thought it'd be good to bring her into one of our meetings, just to see how they kinda operate, and she's turning 13 in April, which is why I was asking about eligibility.
April 16th.
April 16th. Glad you reminded me. But yeah, so she's just kind of sitting there and observing the day, but, you know, more to come potentially.
Partner in crime.
Well, welcome, Ally. We're thrilled to have you. And if you have any questions, feel free to talk to our other junior commissioner here, Azana, and she can let you know what she's been doing in this past year. And, yeah. Well, cool, wonderful.
Thanks for being here.
All right, so, let's, everybody have a chance to review the minutes from last meeting? All right. Would someone like to make a motion to approve?
I have a question. Who writes the minutes?
I do.
You're the, so while we're standing here, you listen to the recording and then write the minutes?
Hmm?
Do you write them right now, or do you write them
No,
listen to the
I write them
recording?
probably a week before.
She takes notes during.
I should do it right away, or I could do it during the meeting, but I just take notes and do it.
I was wondering, 'cause I'm like, I never see anyone with a computer going.
Yeah.
No, we take notes.
She's got short hand.
I'm stuck in the 70s.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, but you're not. I know, I'm not
Frantically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Motion to approve?
I motion to approve.
Okay,
I second.
all right. Very good. So moving on to business, updates to various events. let's go ahead and start with Lucky the Leprechaun. Leslie, would you like to give us
Sure.
a report on how that all went down?
Well, we lost a Lucky,
No.
unfortunately. Lucky was at Windy City Curling and they had a fire above and they had water damage. So one of our Luckies didn't.
Wasn't so lucky.
Wasn't so lucky. So I'm hoping they're okay and they're able to rebuild, and I can't
Yeah,
imagine what
because
cleaning up a bunch of curling courts is like.
Cool
So.
thing
Yeah.
to lose.
So that was a bummer, but they were sweet and they emailed us like immediately that Lucky was gone, which was nice. So I did spend a little bit. I was buying stuff for 4 baskets and then we ended up only giving 3. So I do have some extra things that came out of this budget. I was still well within the budget. I sent it to everyone. Nobody emailed me back, but I'm assuming everyone got it. Okay. Just to keep people aware of where money's spent and stuff. But anyway, we can make like another basket because we have some stuff from that wasn't given if we wanna give away something. And then everyone was really happy. They've all responded to me. I've gotta drop off their baskets today, tomorrow, Thursday, whenever I get. Mary was so sweet to go with me. We went and dropped off Lucky's. We went together, and then we actually went and looked also at the Twin Lakes as a possible idea for kites and kicks. We did go look at that together, so we were kind of in yeah, we were over there anyway. But yeah, everyone was so cool, and I got a gift certificate from Focus Nutrition. That was really nice. I got some stuff for the basket from the Creative Crafts. So yeah, it was cool. They're really cute. So everyone was happy. They're happy they won.
Good, wonderful, wonderful.
There was a lot of good amount of submissions in each box.
Yeah, good, all right.
I'm glad you got a hold of them.
Yeah.
They were the.
Yeah.
I posted it on Facebook. Someone said they didn't get an email, and then I texted them all anyway, and they responded via text immediately. Everyone, they didn't respond to the emails. Probably it was just in their junk or lost somewhere. So I think text is the best way.
Yeah, I think so too.
To get a hold of people.
More important, more
Yeah.
immediate.
Yeah, it was pretty much instant when I texted. So yeah.
Awesome, very good. All right, next up is the Prairie Path cleanup coming on April 27th. We have been in touch with the Illinois Prairie Path folks, and we currently have 3 people that signed up through the Illinois Prairie Path. One that signed up through the Pride Commission, or Pride email address. So we have 4. Apparently Illinois Prairie Path has a lot of people that signed up from Glen Ellen, so they will send some of those folks. And Wheaton. So they're gonna send some of those folks our way. And I think what we'll plan on doing is splitting up and doing both our Great Western Trail here as well as the Illinois Prairie Path.
But doesn't somebody else do the Great Western Trail? Isn't
But
that always the
they're starting way up in Bloomingdale Road.
Oh.
So,
I feel like both were listed
yeah,
this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had this question a couple of
Mm-hmm.
times.
so,
It's the same people that you go to, like for permits and stuff, it's the same group.
so that's gonna be from 9 to 11. Same routine, we'll make sure that we have water and some snacks there. Everybody has to sign off on a waiver. I don't know, Gina, if there's a new waiver that we need for volunteers, or if it's the same one that we've used for years.
It hasn't changed since we included the part about photo consent. So as long as that's the one that you have, but I can send you a new one if you'd like.
Sure, that would be terrific.
Sure.
just to
What
make
happened
sure.
that you needed to add photo consent?
Well, it didn't, photo consent wasn't a thing before, and now with social media and so
Cell
forth,
phones
but
and stuff.
maybe 5 or 8 years ago, we included that in with the waiver.
just want to hear the drama.
No, there's no drama. It's just that
She's just here for the
it's changing with the times, that's all.
Normally when you add rules to something, it means something happened.
Yeah.
Like,
It's very
if there's
insightful.
like
It is
no
very
climbing
insightful.
on something, normally it's because someone climbed on it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%.
So I'm just wondering, if there's
Yeah,
any, like,
there wasn't any drama
no drama around
in Parks and Rec.
The sign at Whole Foods that says, "Don't put your cart through the
Yeah,
spinny
just-
door."
Yeah.
Somebody put their cart through that.
No doubt.
Don't
So
know
we
who
did
did
it just to
Somebody
hear
did
it for
it.
no reason.
Should I email it to both of you? I'll just make a habit of doing that. Yeah, sure.
So the 3 people that were signed up, and then you said one was via our Pride email, are there, so that's on their Illinois Prairie Path website, or?
It's a link that I sent them, they're doing an electronic waiver,
Okay.
cause every person needs to sign a waiver.
Yeah,
Even, underage, yes, because in case there's anything that you might get.
yeah,
Right, so
Hurt
all of
by
us
on
that plan on
that.
being there
Yeah.
should be signing
The
this.
waivers.
Yeah.
okay.
Will there be waivers at the,
We
There
could
will
print
be,
some, we
yeah.
did last year, we
Yeah.
printed some in case we had people.
But the
pop
3
in.
people just went on a website then, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't have it on this one.
Because they
But-
saw it in the kiosk on the Prairie Path and
Oh, okay.
Great Western Trail, and that's the email address.
Right.
It's
I'll
directing-
email it to the group too.
I was just wondering, and like I said, since it stretches, would they say, oh, I want to be at the Villa Park spot? Not like Glen Ellen, or, I mean, does it designate where you're starting or where you're meeting, or?
I think the Illinois Prairie Path folks are going to talk to those people that signed up in Glen Ellen and
Yeah.
Wheaton and say, how do you feel about coming or
Yeah.
going down the path to Villa
Right.
Park?
Right.
So
Since I had-
they're not gonna force them or.
Okay.
Although
you mean
we
at the
will
pavilion,
have the
at
best
the
event,
music. She said that too.
because
do
Mary,
you have, did you get the, a permit for the
Pavilion.
pavilion?
no.
Sure didn't.
Do we have water and snacks?
I can get that from
Through-
Costco, that's what I did
Gina?
last time.
Yeah, do you want, do you have it? Then she-
Whatever's
she
easier, it
can
doesn't
pay for it.
matter to me, I just
So
got
I
a
know
little
what you
case of
mean.
water and a
Yeah,
box
water
of
and a
chips,
box of things.
and we
And I
still had
love
leftovers.
that water around to every event we have.
Because we still had leftovers, yes.
So maybe the little bottle. Oh, well, I'm glad I brought that up.
Yes. Okay. And then you plan on starting your project during,
This
that
is
goes
the-
right into our cicadas.
Yay.
Does that have anything to do with your lapel pin, or?
Like it, marinated.
It freaked
I
me
got
out
a
at
lot
Yeah.
of-
She's
got
got
a
the
lot of
earrings, too.
Fun stuff to show you.
We have live specimens?
Yeah, there's definitely live cicadas in there.
Ta-da!
Obsessed.
I know.
She's literally obsessed with this.
These are
Those are the
left
old
over,
ones,
which
yeah.
went from Fall Fest,
Oh, right,
and I think that it probably
And
should go
I
to
need
you
them.
to save
Okay.
for those boxes.
okay.
Are we doing, how many cicadas are on this tree?
No, we're not doing anything. Well, this has been really, you can open that up.
I am.
And there's probably one for each of you in there. I'm not so sure about the pins, 'cause
Oh, my
I'm still working
goodness.
on them. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to do just a little,
Oh, it's a
little bit of
phone
talk, a little
thing.
bit of information for anybody, maybe
So I
set
can
some
take
kind
one?
of something up. Yeah, you can take one of those. And I was hoping that we could, get a time at a board meeting,
I'm not part of the
to
commission, let everybody
tell
else get
everybody
theirs.
this is happening. We could advertise the Prairie Path cleanup as well. But this is a once in a lifetime event for everybody alive here. This will never happen again. With the possibility of the 13-year and the 17-year coming out at the same time is mathematically impossible. So I think I would like to call it, we're gonna have a coloring contest, and that's gonna be the big thing. We're gonna call it the Villa Park, let me find all my stuff, Cicada Month, and we're gonna advertise it or talk about it like, we're gonna do a coloring contest, and we're gonna let the cicadas take care of the rest of the month. They're gonna be giving free concerts in the trees, they're gonna be giving science lessons every single day, and they're gonna do comedic flying stunts that your dog might be involved in as he tries to chop them up. So I think it's really a cool thing. And it's fun. Mindy, wearing
I'm gonna be in a
your
hazmat.
t-shirt. Leslie has a t-shirt that has a big cicada on it, and underneath it says, nope. But they're gonna be here, and I think it's the most fun thing in the world to do, and so I've made these little things.
Oh, I can make you shirts. You want shirts?
Well, if we could have, I don't know how many of us are gonna be there. I have a
Having a
shirt.
shirt with a cicada on it?
You want one?
So this is like a little clip. These are so easy to make. You can do a bunch of them. And then these pins that I made, oh, they're in here, I think. These are the street, we have 3 different types of coloring contest winners, 3 ages, from 1 to 6, from 7 to 12, and from 12 to 221, or 13 to 221.
I put 100 in my minutes,
Well, that's.
but I should change it, cause then it's gonna be discriminatory against the 101-year-old.
To the 101-year-old. So we have 3 big, huge pillows, cicada pillows for the winners. And this is a little cross-stitch cicada. It's a very old-timey cicada. They used to have 2 wings, I don't know why, but now you see pictures and they've only got 1. I think these are like back from the Edwardian time.
Where did you get that?
I had a book. I have a book. Yes, I crossed it.
Wait, you have an old-timey cicada?
From the Edwardian times.
Yes, they do, the Edwardian thing. So I was gonna put winner and you know, the age on it and whatever, and kind of somehow stitch that onto the pillow, somehow.
Winner cicada dinner.
Yeah, here are these pins, anybody that wants a pin, that didn't get a pin. So these are really easy to make.
You want
So
a
I'll
pin?
pass that on. Just take one, cause this is all I got of these. I got a lot of these.
She
I
made
can make
shrinky
more of
dinks.
these.
I feel guilty taking your supplies, these are for the kids, right?
Well, for anybody, I don't know what we're gonna, no, cause I had this, I did not buy, the only thing I bought was the clothespin.
I
Everything
don't know
else.
if I'm gonna take a pen, cause I don't think I'm gonna wear it.
Me neither.
I will keep my
So I have-
memorabilia.
put it on your-
So we have set up, there'll be, in Village Hall, there'll be a place for them to pick up downstairs. By where they pay the bills, there's that little shelf. So we'll have a box like this for them to put their, completed picture in. There's some envelopes in here or
So-
somehow.
Can I ask Mary, so we're gonna have coloring sheets numbered? At
Yeah, I
places
think
or
that's what
no?
we're gonna have to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I
don't
think
know
I
how
put in
many-
the
How many you
notes.
think we should have? We should print, I have no idea.
Cause Philip Perk said that they would take coloring pages.
I had this stuff all together. and
He
looked
can't
at
put them in the window, but he can take them, so we can,
This is the official, what they're gonna be doing.
but that came out too light.
I have one that's darker.
Okay.
You mean,
I have it all
We
together
Love
and
Villa
then
We
Park?
love Philip Perk is too light.
This always,
2 of them did,
we have them soon.
which of course I did not recognize the pen.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
So
you have like a
They have
cicadas
the little
love Villa
story
Park?
for Sid the
Cicadas love Villa
cicada.
Park,
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
And what I
Could
thought
we
we
play on
could
that?
do,
Yeah. I'll fix it.
on the back part, cause this is the story, we didn't get any more copies, but this is the front page, the story of Sid Cicada, so we fall in. And then I thought we could put all of our events down here, on the front page. And if you want me to add, I wanted to ask if we thought we should put like the other events that we will be at, like the summer event and the Christmas event that we're participating in, spring sweep, that aren't our events, but are
Town
similar.
events,
and-
right,
Yeah,
yeah, village event.
Yeah. if we can fit them on there. And then I thought on this half, of the whole half of a sheet, that we could just do facts or questions or thought-provoking things about cicadas, like, you know. Yes, this.
Yeah, the story.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This was the one that.
Are
we
you
dug
sure,
in.
Karen? We don't want to share, or we don't
You
want
know
to
you
scare
will.
Venus away.
Can I move
afraid of
this to the lower?
I love how excited you are about this.
If you want to, go ahead.
Oh, I have one.
That's important to you. Go ahead.
What is that in the
This
lower
is the
right?
lead. This is what, we're gonna put a number on each one of these, so when they color it.
Yeah, that's what I, okay, so I
when
had
they
putting a
color it,
number
they'll
on the
be coloring
page.
this. And I forgot to ask you to bring those chits, cause I forgot them at your.
So they put the number and then we write a number on a separate piece
And then
of.
there's a little entry form that
Yeah.
has their name and address.
Yeah,
and their
so we can get a hold
information.
of them.
And that's
Yeah,
gonna
and they'll
be,
put it in the box.
and that's gonna be in our little boxes.
Okay.
Our white boxes that we have everywhere. And so I
Okay.
made a thing, that'll probably, I don't know where that is now either, but, oh, here, this is just a prototype, just drop your, information in the box, don't forget to put your number on it, so that we can contact you, make sure we can read it. So that's how the coloring contest is gonna go, and it's gonna go from April 27th until a week before Kites and Kicks, which I think is, the end of May, yeah. So it will be, pretty much the month of May will be cicada month.
And then we'll announce it.
And that'll
at
give
Kites
us,
and Kicks.
a
Okay,
week
that's what I
to sort out and find, because I'm expecting there to be huge amounts of them.
Yes, agreed.
There's only one place that we've got confirmation to put them up in, and that's the Edward Jones, place and, by Ace Hardware there. I was hoping to contact Mike's Meat Market and see if we could get that big window next to whatever.
But do you want
to
them to put
fill
them
them
up,
up.
or do you want them to put them in the bin in?
We'll collect them and then
Oh,
we'll put
okay,
them up.
so they can either put them up there or drop them off at City Hall?
Well, I don't think those people, I don't want them to have to put them up. I mean, I will collect them every week, and then we'll go to Mike's Meat Market or whatever and put them up.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if that's the most important thing, but maybe to somebody. And I was hoping that we could get something on Facebook, just a big announcement, to show us your pictures of not necessarily the coloring cicada, because I don't wanna have to add Facebook and anything to that. But pictures of cicadas, pictures of your bushes covered with cicadas, all this, the pictures of your dog, a film of your
Pictures of me
dog
running to the
chasing, yeah, your mom screaming hellfire
Getting the
as she
shovel
runs
out.
away. But just to have something like that going on Facebook to support the thing. So, any questions? You think that's enough?
So,
More than enough?
I think it's perfect.
so the coloring pages are gonna be available at the Prairie Path, but
Um,
where else can they pick up the coloring
They're
pages?
gonna be at,
The Edward
Should be one of your
Jones.
new commission members
Yay,
instead of
thanks.
Edward
sitting here
Jones
in
and
the
Villa
corner.
Perk?
Thank you for letting me
Thanks
talk
for
to you all.
coming.
and
Villa
thank you
Perk,
for
I had
welcoming
Mike's
me.
Meat Market Library and Edward Jones.
Villa Perk said that they
We'll
would
see everybody
Okay.
take
there.
them.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Okay.
What is Villa
Um,
Park?
The coffee shop.
I don't know what that
so
is.
we've asked
coffee
Villa
shop on the
Park
Prairie
to have the
Oh, the
coloring.
one that's next to,
Okay.
the one that's right next to the Prairie Path, like,
Or Mike
Villa.
Lampman's?
it's by the park.
Mhm.
We went there for the, cocoa crawl.
Hmm.
We have the library, I talked to, I can't remember her name now, but the lady we talked to before about, being able to do it at the library. She was gonna check, and I haven't seen that email either, but I guess I better check again, because I've missed a lot of, starts with this Candace. And I thought, Gina, would there be a place at Iowa Center that we could set something up, to put copies of the coloring contest and information and.
So there's gonna be
collection
cicadas at
box?
Iowa then?
Huh?
You wanna drop cicadas off it?
Not real ones, unless you want real
Oh,
ones.
sorry.
Well,
Yes,
they're coming anyway, Gina.
of course.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it.
I know.
You can't
Yes,
do it.
we'll make a nice
And,
spot, yeah.
So I think that's a nice round, the Village Hall, if I can get the library and Villa Park and Iowa Center, I think that's a good place to have, everything that's round enough.
We should hand out your.
So are they turning the coloring things in to where they pick them up?
Yep. Unless they
And then
wanna
they're like
pick it up
posted
at
on the wall,
Iowa.
or they're posted?
No, they're just gonna turn them in there.
Okay.
With their little chip in their.
Yeah.
box.
And then what about, I thought you said they were gonna, like,
Well, we will do that. we'll go and collect them, maybe every Monday we'll go pick up the ones that have been dropped off, and then, because control how many we have, first of all.
So all we need to give them is the raffle tickets, the box, the
And-
coloring pages, and maybe a folder to put the colored ones,
Right.
the colored pages in,
Right.
and then we can go every
I
week
got-
and pick them up.
I got these
Okay.
folders, so maybe they can put the colored ones or the non-colored ones, or they're gonna put the colored ones in this and not even use this, I don't know.
Perfect.
This, I thought was
Okay.
perfect for those little chicks. to
Okay.
hold down.
Cool.
So it's,
So when should the contest end then? If we're gonna announce the winner, the
week
9th?
before kites and
oh,
kicks.
where's my,
Okay, so is it,
So end of-
give me a date.
I have so many notes that I've written stuff on. Yeah.
Let's say the
Why does
It's gonna end on a Sunday?
31st? How about May 31st?
April?
my birthday.
I said the 31st
Taurus.
or
Yeah,
the 1st, if they want.
well, let's go to
Kites and Kicks
31st.
Is the
The
9th.
9th, yeah.
So
Let's go
we
the
do the
31st.
31st is nice and
31st,
clean.
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
So,
Okay, I
so
like it.
I would like to see if you could maybe, one of you two co-chairs contact, the board and see if we could get just 5-10 minutes. I would really think it would be cool to do it on the 22nd. Oh, you're right there.
What's that?
Do you do that?
What's that?
Yes.
That's why she's here.
Yeah, but do you want it on the April 22nd, or do you want it on
I
April
would
8th?
like it on the 22nd, just
Okay.
because it's so close. I mean, everything will be done,
Okay.
and then it'll be pretty fresh in everybody's mind. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Done. Can check it
Check
one
that
out.
off when you're.
Check it out. Ta-da!
Thank you, Carrie.
Yep.
Yes, thank you. Kathy, maybe I'll pass it around when I'm done reading.
I attached it to the meeting minutes that you didn't get.
Huh? You put this, what you texted me?
It was an attachment to the meeting minutes that I sent out last
Oh, was
week.
it?
That
You
No, I
can
didn't
have
see
the,
those.
you can have it, I can make another copy.
Let me just double check. I know I'm taking everybody's time, but, I got Gina, that lot of snacks, that was for that, because I was trying to do the whole thing. Okay, so I just have one question for, the co-chairs is, we have decided, to put kites and kicks, or, the chalk event in with kites and kicks, because at first we were gonna do it separately. But now we've got so many things going on, it just makes sense to once again put it together.
Yep.
So now we have a budget there for that. And we need to do some printing, and we've got the 3 pillows, so that's $60. So how can we get that money to use for
Move.
other things? Yeah.
Moved out of sidewalk chalk and into cicada.
Into
Not all of
a
it.
little bit of cicada and then.
I think we still need some of it for the sidewalk chalk, right? It's 500 for the sidewalk.
Yeah, I don't think we have buckets and buckets of chalk. I don't know what else we
Well-
would need. I noticed you wanted to buy presents or something.
No, but I think it's kind of now combined, right? So it feels like cicadas, kites and kicks, and sidewalk chalk is kind of combined.
I don't think the cicada event is gonna be minimal at Kites and Kicks. It's just gonna be announcing.
I mean,
the winner.
money-wise.
Well, there was no money for cicada.
Right.
So
Right.
that was non-existent, so, but yeah, if, I don't know, if we wanna if we can figure out a way to re-budget that sum for,
So you think 60 has been spent already?
yeah, we ordered those, didn't we, Gina? Those
The-
cicada pillows?
Yes, and 2 of them have arrived.
Okay.
But the first one you ordered still hasn't?
Yeah, right, the
I
first
bet you that
one
was coming right from
didn't.
China, I bet.
And then, how much more would
Well,
we
I
need?
don't know how much it's gonna cost.
Right, to actually
to
get that
print this.
printed, nice glossy paper and folded.
And, yeah, I don't know, what do we need?
I feel like
75 something?
this in particular is a fund commission marketing piece, almost. because it's going to have our events on it.
Yeah, you could hand
It's
them
gonna have
out
village
all
events
year.
on it, so why not take it out of the marketing budget?
Oh, okay. And so then we'll need whatever it would be to, I don't know, how many do you think, 100 of the coloring contest thing?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the instructions go, my husband can print those, it's what, 4 or 5, one for each location, so that doesn't. So I don't know how much that costs. Gina, you could copy those, couldn't you?
I
The
could.
cicada paper?
Yeah, I don't know if I have like glossy paper.
No.
Not for the actual
remember.
coloring
Coloring
pages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
we have
black and
just,
white, whatever.
it's just a regular, like 50, excuse me, 20-pound offset, like a
Yeah.
regular, like this.
Yeah,
Is that,
just that.
sure.
So-
Okay.
How many were we gonna
We'll
do?
work on this.
I thought we-
100? You think 100?
I mean,
It's easy enough to do more.
Yeah.
You
I
want
mean,
me to
I
do your
put like
212?
250, I don't know where I had 250
Well,
from.
I think that'll get lost on everybody. 221, yeah, I think that's
221,
fine.
I don't.
I had
220,
250
221, whatever
from
it
the
takes.
From the last time.
I have no
She
idea.
has 250 written down anyway.
That's what I did the last time, I had the pamphlets and that at
They're writing
250.
their numbers on it anyway, so if some get lost. But at least that way you have more and
Well,
more
yeah, when we
opportunity, if
do
people
it,
take them and don't.
Well, we could maybe,
Submit 'em.
we could maybe somehow turn it into Remember Cicada Week or something.
Or you
you
do
know?
some as wrapping
Okay.
paper.
Turn them into kites and like make
Well,
them
yeah, I'm sure you can use the
fly.
paper, that's for sure, but I don't know if I'd rather.
Flying cicadas.
Would you rather have less or more?
I'd rather have less because I think it would be easier. Now, how long would it take you to print that, Gina?
You mean like from the time I get the piece of paper and stick it in the copier?
Copier,
Yeah.
very weird.
5 minutes.
An hour.
Well,
I
you
would-
notice you have a special machine?
I think-
No, it's
I
a
mean-
copier machine.
Yeah, I mean, it's be, a few minutes.
Couple minutes.
Guys, oh yeah. I
So-
could
Printing
stick
press,
it in
the
the
old
copy
days.
machine at like 10,
Fully on.
and before I got back to my chair to sit down in my office and be ready, I might just sit.
Let's do 100 and then.
As long as it doesn't
Gina
have
do
time for
more
that.
if we need more.
So you just want 100.
Yeah, we'll start
Okay,
with
so
that.
are you
We'll
gonna
start with
email me the thing you want me to copy, or you just gonna
We'll
give it
get
to me?
we'll get it to
Yeah.
you, yeah.
Can I revise it so this is clearer? And
Yeah.
our,
Yeah.
do you want our QR code on here to go to our events?
If you want to, but
Yeah.
yeah. just want
More
it-
advertising.
I
yeah,
think
just
so.
colored
So
by
this
and-
needs to be
and their
clean.
age. If they put their age on there, it'll be much easier for us to.
Well, yeah,
search
I'll
it
leave this,
right away.
But
Yeah.
just this needs to be cleaner and it should be as dark as these. Yeah, I'll fix it.
Perfect. You go, girl.
I hate to say this, but we do get the type of contract we have with the leasing company for the copier. We get charged per copy, so it's like something really minimal.
Well, I think we should pay for them.
Well, yeah.
Well, I think
sure.
it's.
I mean,
I
but
feel
it's-
silly even telling you that, but it's.
No, but it,
okay.
what
I
is
mean,
it,
if
like,
it's
it's
a-
like 15 cents a copy at the
I don't-
library.
I know, it's not that
very
much.
expensive
It's
at
not
the
that
library.
much.
I mean, I
It's
could
gonna
do some
cost
at
us
work.
More to do it.
more to do it somewhere else. So
Yeah, so
I'm fine with that, if we're paying for it.
You
I
don't
think
need to,
that's-
I mean, we probably would just, I don't even know if they would do anything about it, depends, cause we get billed once a month and they bill us per, and they can see how many copies we've made on the copy
Mhm.
machine, so. I'm just
Okay,
telling
I'm
you
fine
that,
with-
if I can
yeah,
just do
yeah.
it and no one, it's not a big deal, cause it's a small amount, it's not like I'm doing 5,000 for you.
10 a day.
Wow.
Is that what you want me to do, 10 a day?
No one's gonna
How
miss
long
it.
will that take you?
That will, actually doing 10 a day will take me longer, cause I'll have to start and stop.
Stop making fun of me. When every question is answered, you will laugh. When I am unanswered.
I love you too. Sneaky Kathy over there.
Hey,
So,
I think it's
the
cool.
2 cicadas are in the car.
Are they mating?
They could be, the way,
Hanging out there,
the way they're jammed into the bag that was sent.
You gotta
They-
wait 17 years for more.
They sent them in this, I can't even, I couldn't believe I fell for my own thing. I'm like, I'm not gonna open them, I'm just gonna bring them, I don't wanna look at them. But they came, it was this like really soft, gushy thing in a red paper with white hearts on it, bag.
That's enticing.
And I was like, what is this? So I start opening it and I'm like, are these some weird slippers or something I ordered and I don't remember? And then I started to see like this plastic stuff over the eyes. And I'm like, what is this? I still don't know. And then I'm opening it and I'm like, oh, and I just dropped them right there.
Anyone touch a pillow?
I'm with you.
Someone's gonna love it.
I didn't know if they would scare someone if I brought them up, so I left them in the car. Thought I could give them to you after the meeting.
Don't worry, by the time you get back there, the third will be. This is awesome.
You know what I was thinking too, as I was doing this, and I was doing the pin, I thought it would be kind of fun if we could do some sort of a collective of these things. We could do these for kites and kicks. I mean, these are so darn easy to do. The shrinky dinks, so easy.
You can even put a little magnet on it. Put it on
Yeah, you
your
could put a
fridge.
magnet, but we could do them for every event, and it would be like, people could collect them or something. We could
like
do,
pins.
Yeah, we could do some kind of
World.
a board or something, that said, oh, this is 224th thing. There you go. So there's another.
Get it in the marketing bucket. Now that we remember there was one.
Is this the Andy Warhol picture that you're doing here? No,
The Andy Warhol.
Is this? Oh, no, this is what we started out with for this rubber thing. We started out with this, and they said, oh, let's write something on it. There's room to write something on it. So then we had to make them a little bit bigger to make the Villa Park Cicada Week. But I thought these would be good for the boxes or anything, just cut them off and, a little bit of cut and paste, and that's it. So if you could think of any questions, I had some questions, just like, what would you do for 17 years if you had nothing to do?
And the ground.
Are you glad to see all the cicadas?
I like, were you here last time? Were you
Well,
in
17
the
years.
western suburbs? Cause my mom didn't get very many in Joliet.
No? Okay.
No,
Yeah.
but here, it was
Do you
crazy.
remember the
Do you
last
remember
one?
the last one?
Yeah, just
That's a
things
fun
like that,
question.
and we can write it big enough, if we had time, just something to fill in that other page, thought provoking. Would you eat a cicada?
No, we
No.
can ask questions on the Facebook page too.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
thought-provoking
once we
at
get them
all.
all written, we can put them on. And
So
then
I
say,
know, I
post your
just said she'd
cicada.
work with me on a lot of
Definitely.
this
Yeah.
stuff, so if anybody has any other ideas, for those things, let us know, but we'll have one more one more meeting before that prairie path.
Yes.
So how are we gonna use the story that you did? How
I
will
know,
we,
I have
so
no
you have the
idea.
cover on it with the questions and the events, but how,
Let's just be a little,
something that you're just
Flyer.
going to hand out?
Yeah.
Would it be at the places you get the coloring pages at?
Yeah, they'll take, I'm sure they'll take some.
Just
And then
kinda
at-
like
at
a
the
little
prairie path
extra,
meeting.
at the prairie path, okay, just kind of like a little extra,
Right.
Fun.
We're planning on passing those out at the various events.
Various events,
unmanageable
yeah.
or something.
I mean, it's really nice. I can't wait to see the finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me
product.
neither. I think
Thank
it'll-
you.
we'll
Thank
see
you guys.
Next meeting.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
very
Nice
much.
to meet everybody.
Yes,
well.
nice to meet
Excited.
you.
Yeah.
How do you spell your last
These
name?
meetings go
I'm glad
by
you
so
chose
long,
you guys. You guys
so-
are,
we're
sound more
really
fun
fun.
than the other
Yeah, well,
It's chaotic, but it's
I
fun.
like that.
Yeah. Okay, good.
How do you spell your last name?
KHURSHID.
Mhm. All right, thank you.
Okay.
welcome.
I don't, I guess.
Well, you can take it, that's
Okay,
just our
yeah.
minutes from last month.
And our next meeting
Yeah,
is
sounds good.
Yeah.
on, the 23rd.
Well, it should be the last,
The third,
oh, the
last
fourth
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Fourth
Tuesday,
at
April
5:30.
23rd, it's always after the board meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always after the board meeting. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Mhm, nice to meet you.
Take care.
Bye, nice to meet you. Drive safely.
Whatever flavor this was.
Okay.
This is what I was thinking we could put put this on like a little piece of tagboard or something for the board members.
Oh, very
All
nice.
that stuff on there.
Alright. Keep
That's-
doing what
I
you're
think
doing.
that's it. I
Fantastic.
will be cicadas. Did everybody get up and nobody got up?
I did.
Yeah.
You did?
I
kinda-
did one of those.
I don't,
Huh?
Oh, I already had
Yeah,
one.
you said don't take too many, 'cause you didn't have
Well, no,
many.
I just didn't want. they're
I'll take one,
gonna
Mary.
go
I just thought, I
Gina,
don't know.
you got one?
I'll take one.
You
I'm,
don't want one?
I'm okay. I'm gonna just,
Stuff you stick in the oven or
Sit this
something.
one out?
yeah. I'm gonna admire from afar.
It'll be a good talking point at work.
I noticed it right away.
Yeah.
Need a little,
You know what, believe it or not, I have plenty of paper clips at work.
Mary, I appreciate that you're taking the, like,
How did you
I'm
make
trying to
this?
have a kid that's not scared of bugs, and I appreciate that all this stuff helps it to like de-creepy it for kids, and I
That's what I was
appreciate that.
trying to do for people to.
It does.
see
It helps.
How cool
I
it
am
is.
not going to go to,
Yeah.
to deep creepy, but nope.
I appreciate
You know
it
what
though.
color?
We
Thank you.
appreciate you taking the bug by the antenna.
I did.
I know.
That's all I've done.
Should we move to kites and kids?
I think so.
Okay. Mary, what'd you do, for kites and kicks? You got the Rotary Park?
We got Rotary Park, we were going to, do this for a year, cause it was something different, go over to Twin Lakes, cause we both thought it was acceptable. Then
It's a cute
this-
park.
then
We
had
call it
to say-
acceptable every
had
time we
to
go through it.
wait.
This place is acceptable.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Dave's gonna be really mad because we're gonna tell everybody that this park is here now.
Yeah, it's a cute park.
But we had to wait until the baseball, schedule, so, I didn't wanna do that, and then I said, well, maybe we can do a baseball game and kites and skating, and it's like, this is getting really too complicated, and I think our best bet is just to go with Rotary, you know, the parks, you know, Gina, you probably know that, they
Yes.
guaranteed us it's not gonna, mess up
Interfere.
anything, the park will be usable, and, Chris is adamant that it will be finished,
He's adamant.
so I'm behind him.
He's willing it to be finished.
So he's put
Is he
it
gonna
out
pour
into
the
world.
concrete on the sidewalk?
He will, if he needs to.
So we've got that, we've got the, party trailer. So that's wonderful, it's 10 tables, 100 chairs, and I
It's a
think just
steal.
one tent, but we have
Really.
our
It
tent
is, sure
and
is.
whoever else has it, Leslie, you have a tent.
I will
Depends
bring
on
a
whether
tent,
it's
yeah.
windy or not, so, okay, so that'll be fine.
June
And-
9th.
Yep.
And how do we call the party from the village? What is it called? The
The
party?
trailer.
Party trailer?
Party
And is
trailer.
it from, the
Parks
park?
and Rec.
It's from the Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec?
And,
Okay.
and I was told from Yolanda that the first use for the commission is free. So.
We
so
got
Wow.
now, yeah, you will,
Sorry.
you'll have to pay when you use it
Okay.
for whatever.
Did she actually say the first use?
Mhm.
Yeah, I have that written down.
Is that not true?
We're not gonna charge you.
Well,
If we
then
don't
why
ch-
not?
First
I
time's
still-
free.
I still have my fingers crossed that a second one comes before Autumn Jubilee.
Oh,
which
you know
it
what?
should.
It is. Sorry, I thought
No,
you
but
knew
I
that.
watched the meeting
Was it in the meeting?
on, I think it was the 11th, does that sound right?
Well, I
It was
just,
super informative, like I got to tell, I'll tell you.
oh, the
about it
Parks and
later.
Rec meeting.
Yes, but I got to tell Taylor some stuff about the whole swim stuff, so
Oh.
I'll tell you about that later too.
Yeah,
It
but
was so
we
informative.
so we have a PO going around for the second party trail. We just need the signatures, so we should have it soon.
Oh, we've got another one, is that what you're
Yes.
talking about? Oh,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
getting a
So
second
I
one.
I hope I'm the first on the wait list.
You
for that
are,
date.
without question.
Good job.
I've got your back, so.
Thank you, thank you.
And we have the library band, which they're gonna have crafts and give away some books and stuff. We're gonna be working, we have our face painter, Amanda, again, from last year, so she was great. And, we're checking on the kites, I know we have a lot of kites left, but we have to see how many. But we have a couple months
Yeah.
to order them if we want something different. And
I
Leslie.
think you should get cicadas.
Please no.
in
Oh,
here.
cicadas?
And kites.
On
Yeah,
kites.
why not? Why not?
Well, we could try on some, yeah, okay.
Right?
Probably could just, you know, there's no cicada stuff anywhere. I mean, Etsy has stuff, but I don't know, all these
I thought I took a picture. I
Targets
bought
and
my kite.
Walmarts
I
are
heard
just
about my
really
kite, and I
dropping
meant to
off
take a picture
merchandise
to
for
show you.
cicada.
So I've been emailing, do you still have more stuff?
I just wanted to mention that, was it you or somebody said, you know, so many, tattoo places
Oh,
that
me.
we could maybe,
Tattoo?
just have a couple of them come out and do some really neat tattoo chalk work.
Yeah, I
maybe
was
around
gonna
the
reach
outside
out,
of the pavilion.
yeah, reach out to the tattoo shops, cause there's so many,
There's
and
that
see
New
if there's any,
Mexican one, right?
yeah, right by us.
Yeah, the old-
There's Color Theory, there's a bunch of different tattoo shops, I wanted to reach out to the artists and see if maybe a tattoo artist wanted to come for the sidewalk chalk portion of it, maybe do some art, or,
Does that guy who would do by the pavilion not live over there anymore?
I don't know that.
He's not very
I can,
open.
I'm not sure who that was, that was
He likes Tracy.
Tracy, that was Tracy's contact, I don't know who that was.
That's
I
when
feel
we
like
had
my
it at the
friend Lori
village, I
who-
thought.
I feel like my friend Lori, who works at the museum, also,
Yeah, so I think if somebody knew him.
Yeah,
would
but
be
He
something.
lives in the
He was
apartment.
shy or something?
Yeah,
He lives in the apartment that's right
like,
next to Fuel.
Okay.
in Warden.
But I mean, he just does really good stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow,
Which is a
and, like,
shame, but.
we know he likes to do it,
yeah,
and
he
who knows,
doesn't,
not that,
yeah,
you know,
he's
but
not that-
I don't know.
I think he has social anxiety, so he may
Oh.
not be a
Okay.
candidate for actually.
He'd have to
being
come and do it before
active.
anybody got there, okay.
Yeah.
But I thought it might be
which is
kinda
fine.
cool, I don't know if they'd be
Mhm.
interested, but thought it'd be kind of a fun way
Another
to,
twist,
Yeah.
yeah, on it.
and to more highlight the sidewalk talk. Oh, that's cool.
I know, as soon as my husband saw it, he's like,
The pavilion.
Yeah, and there's a sidewalk, well, you know,
Depending
know.
upon, yeah.
You know what?
Whether
It's a dirty
asphalt
word.
is done, they can do it on the asphalt. The new
and
brand
maybe
new
we could
black
figure out
asphalt.
if we've got a little bit of a budget, cause we do have some of the sidewalk chalk budget, maybe we could do big poster boards or some way to get art and sidewalk chalk, but like an art
We could
aspect
chalk
of our
paint,
event.
We could chalk paint a piece
Yeah.
of plywood
Yeah.
or something.
So there's some
and
things
find
we
a
could
place
do.
to, you know.
Yeah,
When
get the
we
artists
get-
when we
involved.
get some other kinds of chalk.
Yeah.
Not
Like
this
chalk
stick,
pens,
yes.
but yeah, so we'll contact some artists and see what we can figure out, I think it'd be kind of fun.
Cool.
And then I've been contacting every food truck in existence. The problem, what I realized, like, light bulb, this event is much smaller, so their minimums are much higher. When it's the Autumn Jubilee or anything else, they're expecting 500 or whatever people, that's not a big deal.
Yeah, this is small.
This is small, and so they're weird about it, or, you know, they wanna make their money, I get it. So I did contact with Joe.
Oh, good.
Joe and his hot dog cart, and Joe's selling hot dogs and
That's great.
I think
Gatorade,
that's-
Love
water,
hot
we don't
dogs.
have to bring water,
There you go.
I think that
Chips.
probably just should be enough.
Yeah.
Doritos, whatever. So Joe's coming with his cart,
Yes,
I got his
good job.
certificate
Oh,
of
yeah.
insurance.
Okay, what about the?
What's
I
it
don't know if
called?
I need, it's not a food truck, so I don't know if we need
What's
any.
it,
Yeah,
we just
hot
call it
dogs are
Joe
not
hot
food.
dogs, or
I
what's
think
it
it's
called?
Joe's Heavenly Hot
Heavenly
Dogs.
Hot Dogs. He's at the,
You don't know if you need what?
Do I need like the same food truck permit?
The health department,
I have the certificate of insurance.
it's not that, the health department needs to just verify that they have a. Licenses. Yeah,
Okay.
their permit.
Cool, okay,
But I don't think think you that have to sounds do good. anything in particular. I
okay,
think-
cool.
He, was told to me by the Chamber of Commerce, and he's at the Lombard, Farmers Market.
Cool,
That's how Laura found him.
cool. Joe's coming.
Gosh,
So, and I'm
that's
working on,
wonderful.
yay, so we have
Exactly
food,
what I
Yeah, I think
That's
that's plenty.
not eating into our budget, and I'm working on the ice cream situation. I have some creative ideas, so more to come on that.
Oh, so we're gonna have ice cream
That's
too?
good, we got a
Mhm.
couple months.
Awesome.
Okay, very cool, and I think so.
Can't get more kid friendly than hot dogs and chips.
Yes, really.
So,
I think so.
Perfect. You know, it's outdoor stuff, even at
Yeah.
like Wrigley Field, you know, like,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
outdoor games.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I do though want Kathy's help. I want a more structured kickball game.
Yeah.
So we might need a sign-ups, we need to put our heads together on
Okay.
that.
You
on
did
the more
ask me about
structured-
that, yeah.
When you're commissioner.
Yeah, if you can help us get some structure with
Last time I
it.
played
Yes.
football, I ran my foot into the ground
Well,
and
you
was
just have to
limping
tell
the way
them
home.
how. You don't even have
Hey,
to.
my husband broke his collarbone last time he played kickball, so.
Well, I think maybe teams
Better
or.
Could be
off
worse.
You're
recruiting?
No, no.
You just
Okay.
have to wear appropriate footwear.
Okay.
Well,
I was
then we
wearing
can
shoes.
If we're
Steel
gonna
I was
do
wearing
that,
shoes.
Steel-toe boots.
we can then maybe even put that on the flyer,
Yeah.
or the banner.
Yeah, sign up. We'll, yeah.
Sign up or, kickball games at 2 and 4
Yeah.
or whatever.
So I want the budget, the budget to go to advertising, banners, whatever, yard signs, that's what I would like to spend the budget on.
So that's what we have to look down and see,
Mhm.
how much of everything we want.
Yep.
what we want to look
Cool beans? Cool. Cake.
Out of Jubilee.
Trivia and
Okay,
kites.
so,
Cicadas
let's
and
see.
things.
Cicadas, I think. Okay.
So I'm working on getting the certificate of insurance from the hay ride people to make sure it meets our requirements. I forget what those initials are, that Suzanne looked into, to make sure that she's hard to get a hold of. Like, I literally hear her by the horses, in her truck, you can hear the wind going by, like, she just does a lot of stuff. Her staff even, she's like, okay, well, right now, my assistants are cleaning out the stalls, like, they don't have necessarily one person designated to just doing office stuff, which is fine, it's okay. And I'm sure in her head, it's like, well, it's not till October anyway, I need to get this done now because I wanna make sure that we're moving forward and that they meet the requirements, so, that's supposed to come this week, she told me. I also spoke to Cheryl this week, I forgot to tell you this. I've been having trouble submitting my site plan map because we're going further out and being able to write things into like the boxes of roughly like what things are gonna be or where they would go. So she said, you're overthinking it, put it down to two maps, so I'm gonna make it 2 sections so everybody can read what I'm writing in these little boxes. I've reached out to last year's vendors, so I've heard back from a couple people that can't no longer do it or they'd love to, and I've reached out to some new vendors for a place I had gone to, an event I had gone to, like, I guess you could call it a farmer's market, out in Aurora. They had some neat different things like blanket people and scarf people, stuff like that, some different kinds of food, sweets, like baked goods kind of stuff. So some people were not available that date, some people are interested, tell me more, and then I did, and then I don't say anything back, but that's okay, I'm still staying connected to them. And what was the last thing? There was one more thing. Why did it escape me? Oh, I got a lady who will do braids for the kids, hair braids, and she puts like all kinds of glitter stuff in it or colorful hair and whatnot. But she's gonna charge them,
Only kids?
so we don't have to. Doesn't have to come out of our budget.
Is it only kids, or can I get my mom to do it?
No, you can do anything. Her shop does kids. She aims it towards kids, but anybody can get them.
I don't ever sit down.
We'll make Dave get them.
No, we're
If
gonna.
I had,
I
I could
down.
tell
We're
Dave.
gonna get glitter.
They'll make it work.
Probably get hair extensions.
So yes, chugging along, getting some new stuff. Anxious to button up the hayride because that's just how I am.
No, I agree.
Yeah, so the manager has the contract to sign, but we need to make sure that the insurance meets the requirements first before he signs it. And I explained that to her and she was like, okay. I don't know that she encounters that, but she didn't seem to care. Didn't seem like it was gonna be a problem. So, we'll see. Fingers crossed that they meet our requirements.
Cool.
So that's about what we were at for that.
Okay.
That's all I have. Okay. And I did put on here the Village Spring newsletter because I couldn't recall exactly
where we left things or who was submitting what.
Well,
We were submitting, but then Donnie was gone and then you said hold off.
Oh, did you miss the?
I think we missed it,
Probably.
didn't we? Yeah, because it was due March
Yeah.
6th.
Yeah,
So summer newsletter is what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
it's right around the corner anyway.
Yeah, but I'm on the same page as you though, because like there were some things that I had mentioned to Suzanne months ago when Donnie was there, and then I'm like, maybe I'm gonna press pause on sending her these things that had to do with adding some stuff to our page on the village website. But I didn't wanna overwhelm her. I'm sure she has a bunch of stuff to do than to add something new to her plate, you know, so the job was posted, so I imagine they're probably interviewing people. So I was just gonna sit tight on it, but I feel like there was mention of that.
So,
And didn't she email? I thought I was copied on an email that she sent asking about the Prairie Path cleanup, specifically as it
Feel like it
relates
was
to
there.
the newsletter.
Let me look, 'cause I think that I was CC'd on that too. That was from Suzanne.
Yeah, I'm almost positive it was from Suzanne.
We missed the deadline. for the
Hayride
deadline.
insurance
did.
requirement.
yeah, I had
So
it as
the
March 6th.
Spring newsletter.
Wasn't in that one.
I have a cookie.
I can get you a copy.
I had like maybe 5.
I'm not sure.
May?
First weekend of
It's
May, right?
Prairie Path Cleanup Day.
April.
Oh, I think so. Okay. So we can put our heads together after first grade. So busy time.
I've been busy.
Oh, wait, did you say for Prairie Path cleanup?
Yeah,
Oh, that's Spring Sweep email.
maybe it was Spring Sweep. Maybe
Oh, maybe
I
it
get
was
them
Spring
both
Sweep.
mixed up. I'm sorry.
That's okay, I have two.
Yeah, that's an easy
I
one to
looked
mix
at it and then I'm
up.
like, wait, no, wrong event, when I looked at the verbiage.
Yeah, I don't have anything from her for spring sweep.
Those dum-dums back.
Suzanne asked for a copy of the flyer, I think, and I sent that to her.
Oh, okay. I knew there was something.
Right.
Fully being recorded.
They're bouncing.
So that's not gonna come through the
That's
recording.
helping your headache, I'm sure.
All right, very good.
So did you want to have the newsletter for the summer ready to go?
Sure.
So that we just have it. Do you know who's doing it?
I don't play softball for a reason.
Or kick.
So if I wanted to know like the months that the summer newsletter would pertain to, you know, like when does the fall one, you know what I'm saying, like.
Can we get
Well,
kites and
the-
kicks in for the summer?
Right, that's what I'm saying, like, so I know what events would fall into by their timing.
If the submission for spring was March
March 6th, that's what I put.
I would think sometime around the first or second week of June. So you may make it in there with kites and kicks, but
We can
I
try.
don't know.
Should I email Suzanne and ask her, is she the one who?
For now, yeah, that's my understanding until we have somebody hired.
And she supervises that position, so she would know it.
Are you gonna hear them?
I will do that. Is this just, like, our dates or like letting them know what's going on? Do we put a graphic thing? What is it? Do you remember? I feel like there was something when we had to provide for the autumn
Pictures or
jubilee little
something?
thing last year. I don't remember if that was for this though.
Yeah, I would put a little graphic in there and if they
Do you
need it.
have a graphic for kites and kicks? Yeah, I can email you. Perfect. And also we were gonna change something on the website too, but that went along with that. Was it our meeting times was wrong on the website?
Our meeting times and the number of, commissioners needs to be updated. We still need to do our mission statement.
Yeah.
Keeps getting,
I
can we put
have
that on
that.
the agenda for next month?
Yeah, let's vote on that.
I have that that folder somewhere. With 7 copies of that
What did
too,
you call
and
this?
whatever. This is
Go
what
ahead, have them go work.
Sure, remind me. Ooh.
Sorry. Going to work with my marker. Okay.
All right. Commissioner comments?
Just quickly, I sent Suzanne a text and she said, yes, it's not published yet, but I have it in there, the Prairie Path cleanup.
Oh, awesome.
Oh,
Thank
cool,
you.
so she got it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Suzanne.
She's still in her office, because it's gone. She's still working.
Cool. Okay.
Commissioner Cox?
Okay.
All right, commissioner comments.
I think I just wanted to put it out there to like, I think sometimes we're not feeling with the communication as cohesive as maybe we should be. Like, just keeping each other like updated about what's going on or what we're working on. I think if we could just be emailing. I mean, I had sent a text about the Lucky, and Mary was the only one who responded. I was kind of like, hey, hello. So I don't know if we could
I wasn't
just
good
be.
enough.
No, you were. You're always good enough. But I just feel a little bit like it's like,
Yeah.
some people are over here doing things, and some people are over here doing things, and everyone doesn't really know what's
Mhm.
going on.
I didn't wanna say, no, I'm not available.
Just tell. I think
Would you have
that's better
preferred that?
to
I
just
started to
say,
type.
like,
Is that,
Because I wasn't, and then I didn't respond, because I'm like, well, why would I send something on the chat if I wasn't available?
I
But you're saying we really
think
should.
it's like,
Because then
okay,
you
yeah,
know-
is
Yeah.
anyone
Then you're
out there?
Hello?
Right, 'cause then you
Yeah,
know
you're
that we read it.
interested in what's
Yeah.
going
Or like,
on.
I was like, I don't have everyone's phone.
Yeah,
You know,
that
like
you-
it.
okay, I
It
know what you're
just
saying.
feels a little like.
Yes.
Going on.
Lonely.
And
Like
other-
sometimes
Feels
we're
lonely.
doing stuff, and then sometimes you guys are doing stuff, but I feel like everyone doesn't know what's going on all the time, and I wish we would.
Fair enough.
That's
Fair
just my.
That was
How-
exactly my
Can you
thing.
call
I
it-
didn't respond because I wasn't available, but you're right.
Which is totally fine,
And then
and I'm not.
at least it's an acknowledgement then.
Yeah, like, and
Yes,
I'm.
you
I
weren't,
can't
you
go to
weren't
half
being
the
ignored.
things. I get it.
Mhm.
But at least that it's like.
Yeah.
Acknowledge that, hey,
Fair
I
enough.
can't, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or like, just like with the budget, like I put the stuff, if we could just have
Do you wanna know what's
stuff in
really
the
dumb?
budget sheet.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know if I could reply to that. Because it was just this is a shared document, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can add stuff to it.
No, but I mean, I didn't know if I could reply to that notification and say,
Like a-
thanks Eliza, I got it, or
like it
something.
might break a rule.
I don't use
Is it
Google.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
please
you
excuse
were
me,
able to
it's
open it, right?
anything on the
Yes.
computer.
Okay.
Yes.
If it's
Yeah.
information, my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, Gina, with OMA, even if it's a text and it's for all of you, it is informational purposes only. It is not for communication back and forth.
Yeah.
So you would have to do it,
How do you define the difference? Sorry, just.
I think that's
Yeah,
part of
maybe
it
I'm
too.
doing something wrong.
well, and this is still something that even we are
What,
navigating.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between communication and information?
So
Well,
it's about
Eliza
whether or
did.
not you're making decisions, and if you're making decisions as
Spending
a
money.
commissioner, then that's
So
an
no
open
decision-making,
meetings,
but-
that's an OMA
Okay,
issue. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's my understanding.
but coordination, timing, when I'm gonna be 5 minutes late, you know,
I don't
I'm
think
coming to the
that
meeting,
that's
I'm
an
not coming to the
issue.
meeting. that
Yeah,
sort of
that's
stuff.
not.
Who can meet to pull
Okay.
Lucky, but yeah, I don't think that's an issue.
Or even like, this is what I'm working on, even like I'd like to communicate and say, like, I don't feel comfortable spending money and not telling everyone, hey, this is what I did.
That's a
So that's why I
decision,
put it
spending
on
money is
the-
a decision. to
So
make.
I would feel
sheet,
that
and I
you
sent it
would-
out.
if it's me,
Yeah.
I would feel that that would go to your co-chairs, and then the co-chairs could send it out as informational
Okay,
via email.
Yeah.
Cool, okay.
That's what
Yeah.
that's how I would
okay.
advise that.
I
So
would
like
agree.
if I'm like in contact with the food trucks, just send it to them and they can send it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just because of Open Meetings Act.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah, I
some,
don't- not
there's some
trying to
gray
violate
area,
it.
right? There's
Yeah.
just gray area there. I don't think that anybody goes out looking to violate the Open
Yeah,
Meetings
for
Act.
sure.
I think it's
Quite
it's hard not to have a conversation about things
I think the best
Yeah.
thing to do is send anything like that
to them.
to pride@invillapark.com. And then that's gonna go to our commission email. And both Carla and I can look at that and go from there.
Are you active on that like daily, would you say, or?
Carla's real active on that.
I'm most active on it. I
Okay.
just don't have it on my phone, so if I'm at work, I can't see it because my work email is Outlook and it was conflicting me trying to load another Outlook.
We don't have you don't have webmail access to it, like you can't get to it through a browser then, okay. That makes sense, well, you wouldn't be getting alerts and everything.
I don't even
No,
know
I
how
was
to
just
do
curious,
that.
I was just curious, like what if we're using that as a communication platform,
Yeah.
you know, what the.
I have it on my computer at home.
Okay, I get it.
I just don't have it on my phone, so it's not.
Okay, so just
Always
email it to
with
that
me.
and then, for the. Then your court. Okay. Cool. And I also have these two.
I was gonna ask
There
if
you go.
anybody had anything.
I do.
All right.
Oh, and I lost the one from the perk, so that was a donation. Oops.
So-
$48 later.
What are these all for Lucky?
It's all for Lucky. It was, there's a spreadsheet. I could print it for you if you'd like.
No, I just wanna make sure that when I fill the form out.
That it gets coded to the Lucky.
It's all for Lucky.
Well,
and it's
no,
all
just,
within the
cause
line.
I have to say what
Yeah.
it's for. It's only one account number that everything comes out of,
Yeah.
but I need to,
That's all for Lucky.
what does this say? To what?
Two sticker sheets. So it's $5.98.
Okay.
Obviously.
Gift
No tax.
certificates.
Too bad you didn't lose that one.
Huh?
Too bad you didn't lose that
I
receipt.
know I lost the most expensive one. Whoops.
What's the,
I
food,
got the
nutrition?
$10
Yeah,
the
the
$5 one.
Focus, they donated one gift certificate and I bought two for the other two.
Oh, okay.
You should write
And
it
then
So what receipt are you missing?
the one from Villa Perk. Oh, did I give you the one from Kim? The $44 is that in there?
I don't see one for 44.
Okay, that one's maybe in my purse. Yeah, I'm missing one.
Well,
The
now
one
we
from
know
Villa
why.
Perk. I bought coffees for the basket.
From
Villa Perk.
Villa Perk?
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a couple times if we're missing a receipt, we can go back to the store or call them and they
I
can.
was gonna go in there. I just haven't yet. It's okay.
Do you have it sent to you? Like if,
They didn't send it
No.
to me. Kim
I
might.
always have text me.
Yeah, I have one more, so I'll give it to you next week.
So, I'm sorry, I just want to, so the creative cards, those are sticker sheets, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The other one's
So
a
you
gift.
pay tax, but I can't reimburse the
That's-
tax.
yeah,
Okay.
It's okay, donation.
This one is from,
DBAT,
I don't see a name on here.
is it $30?
Yes,
DBAT.
You look up the name.
these are gift certificates?
Mm-hmm. 3 $10 gift certificates.
Okay. And this one
Two
is
$15.
two,
'cause they
and this is
donated one.
from Focus
Focus.
Nutrition. This doesn't say. This is the one that's two for. Why don't I see an amount?
There's
I'm
one on
losing
each.
my mind, I think.
15 on each.
Can you tell me if you see a dollar amount on here sometimes?
I can email it. I have that one in my email.
I see no CVM, I see the credit card number. I don't see any.
What's that credit card number?
No, it's just it's the last four digits, but I don't see a
Yeah,
dollar
there's
amount.
no dollar
Oh,
Here.
it's okay. I printed the wrong thing. I'll email it.
Okay, yeah,
Can I email
that's
it?
cool.
There's no dollar
15.
amount.
Oh, maybe it's
And DBAT, do you have an address for them?
address
Just,
Behind.
from the.
Oh my.
we're hobo, that's what I'll
Behind
put down.
hobo.
You know, we're hobo used to
You
be.
want the
270
West
West
North
North
It's
Avenue?
270
Hey.
West North
Yeah,
Avenue.
Number
the hobo used to
23.
be.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Anyway, let me get this.
Oh, it's not my turn, but if anybody has receipts that they need reimbursement for, I'm be happy to collect them.
Can I email them to you?
Yeah, you know what? As long as you're emailing them to me. You know what would be super helpful? Is if you make like a list of what you need reimbursed for, like you tell me, and, you know, type,
I have it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
Send it
helpful,
with the
rather than
receipt.
just the loose receipt. And you can email them all to me. No, don't lose all of them.
You wanna borrow one of
Take
those
a
Want,
picture
like,
of
the
it.
spreadsheet and,
Eliza, take a picture.
the receipts
Yeah, I will.
all together.
Yes, or even the sheets that you guys were using before, I think you give those to Cheryl sometime. You could even use those. That's fine. Or you could just email it to me and just tell me what it's for. Just make sure the receipt has like identifies the business that you purchased it from and has the amount on it. Because there's 2 of them over there that show that a credit card was used, but it doesn't say how much.
Well, I'm a dork. I printed the wrong thing. That's my fault. Sorry.
It's on record.
Got it. I won't do that again. It is on record that I am a dork. But I think that was on record a long time ago.
The reason why I'm giving those back to you is so I can do them all at one time, so that you get one payment for all 4 receipts.
Yeah. Now I gotta find it.
And if I'm waiting for the other 2, then I have the responsibility not to lose them. So
Got it.
I'd rather it come from you.
Yeah.
Are you good, Eliza?
I'm great.
All right.
But a door.
Dave?
I'm good.
Yes, okay. And I don't want you to feel like you're being left out of any of this planning. We just, you have a very strong role to play here, and, you know, we know that you're gonna be very busy at both of these major events coming
Yeah.
up.
No, and if anybody needs help, I mean, I know sometimes with work and stuff, I've traveled, I think I've been on the road 6 or 7 weeks since the beginning of the year, so it's a little hectic. But yeah, certainly feel free to engage me, and even the whatever, the
Prairie
last,
path cleanup?
you needed someone at 6 o'clock, what was it for, I forgot.
That was for Lucky.
Like I was trying to go and I had something that evening, so, but yeah, certainly, anyone needs help with something, let me know.
So, can we count on you for music at
Oh, yeah.
Prairie Path
Yeah, 100%.
cleanup thing too?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the whole setup. I think last year.
I brought
you
the
just-
boombox thing, yeah.
Right, exactly.
I'll bring that and get it going.
Okay.
Karen, are you filming?
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Azana? Anything? No? Okay. Kathy?
The only thing I was gonna comment on, I don't know if we needed to add the mission statement next month. I thought it was something, I thought it had to do with our, what do I have this, bylaws, or what were we supposed to? Because Mary and I had worked on the mission statement,
There was something about bylaws or something.
but then there was something else.
Cause there's, for some reason on our commission, there's a few different sections, and not every, commission has all those sections. It's just fine, I'm not, like, complaining about that, I'm just saying.
We updated that a couple of years ago, I know that, when we went from 5 commissioners.
Right, so I
up to
have this,
7.
article, like XXIX, I can't even, I don't know what number that is, but, code of ordinances.
That would be 29.
So I didn't know what we were supposed to do then.
On our page, we currently have responsibilities, and then we have duties.
That's what it,
So they're 2 separate things, which
Okay.
is really strange because I almost view them as like the same thing,
responsibilities.
and duties.
And I think that's what we were supposed to.
I will tell you that would you like me to read it to you? Responsibilities, the Community Fund Commission, focused on unifying neighbors, advises the President and Board of Trustees on matters relating to the overall image of the village, including physical beautification, public relations, and coordination of promotion of volunteers and volunteerism within the village. Duties, powers, and duties include soliciting donations for the physical beautification and enhancement of the image of the village, coordinate a volunteer program, and encourage volunteerism, recommend activities which will accomplish its intents and purposes, prepare pamphlets concerning its goals and objectives, sponsor and coordinate a village cleanup, in quotes, week, and encourage neighborhoods to work together through formation of homeowners associations and neighborhood improvement groups.
What?
And I think we should
So,
just
yeah,
get
I
rid of
think-
that whole
Time.
No
more duties for
None of the above.
No, we're not,
That doesn't sound like fun at all.
qualified to discuss with homeowner associations, what they do with their rules.
Okay,
So how, we can do that next time?
Yeah,
Do
we can
that?
start
So,
a
yeah.
discussion about revamping
okay,
Or
our
responsibilities
duties and
and-
responsibilities.
okay. Well, I'm glad you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
so-
okay with the responsibilities portion of it, and maybe we change the word from duties to a mission.
So this is on our website, so.
I think
How-
we
I don't go on our
request
website.
the
What's our-
change and with what it is we
We
would
have
like
to-
and submit it to Suzanne, right?
No, we rewrite the way that we would like it to
Mhm.
be written, and then we give that to Carrie to submit to the
Okay.
board.
Okay,
So it has to be voted on to revise by the board, is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Mhm.
and that's
But
off
it
our
has to
website,
also
that's
be
off
voted
our,
on
That's on the,
by you guys.
Right.
our page on the village website.
okay, village website. Okay,
So, yeah, let's start looking at that at the next meeting. Alright.
okay, thank you.
I'll go make some
Mary?
pamphlets.
I would just like to ask if anybody is, I know I still am, I'm pretty sure Eliza is, but if anyone is still interested in next year, working on, getting the clock tower fixed or getting money to give to the Rotary Club to say, fix, as an impetus to fix the clock tower. I know we've heard from people in certain places that they're interested in doing something like that. I think there would be an interest. I think if we wanna, save or raise $25,000, it's gonna have to be a year-long thing, which I don't have, I'm thinking it would be kinda cool to make every event that we do, tied to, this end. I think it would be cool to get the clock tower fixed. I think a lot of people think it's not a good advertisement, especially when, the people that are responsible for it, which is the Rotary Club, it's hard to get a hold of somebody in charge there, and they don't seem to care at all that this clock that hasn't worked for
Well-
10 years says Rotary Club right on it.
Why don't we bring it up to like a village meeting?
I was hoping that
Do
we
they
could
have
get,
meetings?
Well, bring it up
The
to the,
Rotary
bring it
Club
up at the
at a
village
meeting.
meeting.
If they have meetings,
Bring
we
it to
can
the board.
attend
just
their
to find
meeting.
out who really owns it.
Yes.
Is it the Rotary, does the
to the board.
Rotary
Bring
own,
it.
owns it, does the village own it? Who's responsible
I'll come to
for
the meeting.
this?
I don't
If
know
you
if I can
wanted
make it to
do at a board
22nd
meeting,
though.
or
If you
if
raise-
we
I
wanted
have
to
covered.
get a meeting with Matt.
Raise something up.
And maybe, I don't know, before, Keener used to belong to every one of those things, you know? We paid for his, being a member of every one of those clubs, the Kiwanis and the other thing. So maybe he is a member of the Rotary, I don't know.
I believe the clock was a gift from the Villa Park Rotary to the village. I know that Manager Harline has collected some information in terms of the cost to fix the clock. I might suggest that you contact Cheryl first before you go to a board meeting, just to find out where they're at in the process, because I know that was something.
Well, that would be a thing too, to know who else has got their fingers in the, who needs help? Do we wanna join together? Do we wanna, you know?
Make it clever.
If you'd like,
Yeah.
I can, if you'd like, I could find out on your behalf and then let you know.
I can talk to Cheryl.
Or,
Yeah.
yes, you can talk directly to Cheryl,
Yeah.
because if, she doesn't know off the top of her head, I
Yeah.
know that the manager has
that's something that is.
Yeah, we did find out, at our meeting at the library that Candace, who works at the library, is something to do with Rotary Club. She, when I messaged them, she was the one that messaged me back, but with not a lot of information. So,
I would be totally for doing this for next year. I think I would also like to see, and obviously all those things you talked about in talking to Cheryl, if there is an alternative instead of spending $25,000 on this one part, maybe it's, I'm just making this up, $30,000 to replace the whole inside mechanism with a new mechanism that
Won't break every 10 years.
right, or because if the part lasts another 10 years, will that one place that's offering it be around
we can
anymore?
buy two.
You know what I
and
mean?
put
Like,
in a
you know what I'm
closet.
saying? Like what happens when this one part breaks? Or if a different part in there breaks and we only have this one company that it sounds like, can we just replace the whole interior mechanism?
Did
I
anybody
think
get
we look at
that,
that.
new phone book? I got a new phone book.
Phone book.
A new phone book.
I haven't seen it.
Is it
I
that?
got it.
Give
Know
it to
me.
you.
No,
Know me.
Mary, I got one too.
I
Did
didn't
you?
get
And
one.
there
I
was a
did.
clock,
I
almost
didn't even look at
exactly
it.
like ours on
It's
the
just sitting
front
on my
page
table.
of that.
Okay.
So funny because someone on Facebook was sharing their photography and it was a beautiful picture and I saved it for you.
Oh, that's very pretty. That's our clock tower. This one, I thought for a minute, is that our clock tower? What idiots. Our clock
So my
tower is
understanding
good.
is
That's
there's
really good
several
picture.
communities that have this particular clock,
I
and
hope so.
I'm
It was on a-
almost positive that they all have had the same problem,
But I just need to know, I think we all need to know,
or many of them.
there's so much information floating around, and after everybody hears 5 minutes of it, they're like, oh, God, no, I don't want to.
It is right twice a day.
You know, yeah, it is.
Just go with the sundial, you
Well,
know?
probably more than
Sundial's
that,
not
because
great.
it's different on every.
I'm on board. I think we just need to figure out
Maybe then it's
which
right
ones
8 times a
we
day.
tackle
That was me, everybody.
where we tackle,
Well,
like
that's
have
why
to
we
figure out the
start
planning.
now. That's why I wanna start now. I wanna find out if this is even, if Matt says, no, we're not gonna do that, we don't wanna do this,
So
you
the
know.
only other question I would have is, let's say, whatever it is, whether it's one part, whether it's the whole mechanism and we need 25,000. What happens if we reach 10,000?
Well, that's why I said, we'll just give it to the Rotary Park and say, here, this is a seed, a start for you to repair, or whoever.
I think I would wanna
give it to the
first make
village.
sure that that's who I would be
Well,
giving
maybe
it
we
to.
can
it might be
find
the
out
village
who
because
Well, if
it's
it was a
Giving it
gift
to
to
the
the village,
village,
it goes to
exactly,
the
that's
village.
exactly what
Cause
I
it sounds
said.
like the
Ah,
Rotary
wait a
Club's
minute.
out of it if they gave it to the
Whoever.
They
village.
did, I'm
Right.
almost
If it's
positive
not
it was
the
a
full
gift
amount.
from the
I think
Rotary
it's
Club.
what it says on
Does it
there.
say
Yeah.
on there that
I
it was a
thought
gift?
so.
I
Pull
thought
up the
so.
Picture again, does
I don't
it say
think
a
the
gift?
Rotary
There was
Club
some
has
kind of
anything to do with
100-year
it.
anniversary of the
I don't think the
Rotary
Rotary
Club
Club has
in
anything to do with it.
2005.
Isn't there a plaque
They gave
on
it
And
as
I
a
don't know
gift,
who
right?
they gave it to,
Below?
or if they
Sounds
just
like
put
they're
it
like-
up themselves, but that's why it was, cause that's what Carol
I can't see them
from
putting it up
the museum
themselves.
told me.
There would need to be a permit, there would need to be a whole bunch of stuff.
There's not a plaque on it that
I
says that
thought
it,
there was.
yeah.
Maybe it's on
Or
yours.
maybe it's the wrong side of
Oh, yeah.
it,
I see.
possibly.
Pretty sky.
I don't see anything, but.
And I don't, you guys maybe don't remember this, but
Oh, it's very
our
pretty
former
outside.
village manager,
The trees.
many, many moons ago, the person who was the village manager when I started here 32 years ago, he was part of that group of people. He had retired, and he was part of that Rotary Club that donated it to the village. He had previously been the director of Parks and Rec, so there's a nice little history there. And Rotary used to be very involved, but I think I don't know of events that they're involved in now, or in, what have you, like Kiwanis does the concerts. You know, Lions participates at Summer Festival, they help us with checking IDs and things like that, but
Well,
I
there's all that kind of stuff, whether it's even a worthwhile endeavor to even start thinking about doing that. Who
Who's the
owns
right-
it?
yeah.
Where does it go? What information do we have on the cost? Just the basics of it, whether it's worthwhile.
the town I live in actually has a clock that looks very similar. And I'm this close to contacting the village hall where I live and asking them, you know,
How do you get that thing to work?
or have you had problems?
That's
with
where I
it?
thought this was your change.
This was the clock model.
What's that model number?
You know
on
what?
that clock?
Maybe if we get a power outage, I could just.
There you go.
You can handle this, George.
She'll let you drive the DeLorean that we
Yeah.
rent.
It's literally like 2.5
You take your
blocks
shoe
from
phone
where I
off.
live, so,
That's funny.
on Lake Street. So, yeah, I it's amazing. I was shocked when I heard how expensive it was to fix it.
So anyway, so rather than setting a meeting with Matt, we'll start with, Cheryl. And, I'm surprised we haven't discussed this with her in some way, shape, or form. But still, so, everybody's creative juices can still be formed, cause we know we were thinking of just using that movie, Back
It's a
to the
fun theme.
Future, Save the Clock Tower. So, it's just ways
That's
to-
a good idea.
It's a fun theme, it's
I
great.
think, and it's fun, and I think there'd be such
Yeah.
fun
Your
ways
band.
to incorporate that
Get your
into
band.
every event.
Get the band back together.
And even new events, like at the skate park, and just lots of things that, we could do. I think it would be wonderful, and I would love to do it, but, you know, it takes a lot of work.
All right, well, why don't you, touch base with Cheryl and give us a report next month.
Okay, that's it. I'm done.
All right.
My parents are
Thank you
not-
for listening to me.
We're not very good.
I've got nothing to say.
I'd just like to say thanks to everybody for helping to vote me in as co-chair. I know that will help Leslie, and I think, being able to co-chair instead of take on the full role will help me as well. And I think having two of us to help everybody, especially that are getting busier and more creative, will be helpful. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's it? All right. Village board liaison?
Yeah, so the one thing that came up yesterday at, the board meeting has to do with an ordinance that needs to be put together because we do have some timeliness to it regarding a business on North Avenue that has car shows. And so we were asked to, at the next board meeting, we will have an ordinance drafted, and we've been asked to waive the second reading of that because the police department would really like to have a way to enforce that. The reason why this becomes something that should be on your radar is because it will likely have something to do with the special events permits. So the Trustee Patrick had talked about having your commission and also the Traffic and Safety Commission take a look at that ordinance even after it has been drafted and it has been approved, with the understanding that we would go back and tweak it if there were any issues that we needed to address. We're not sure if it's going to be private property, or we're not sure what it's going to entail, but we do need to have some special permit use issues that can be resolved with the police department. They have been asking for that ordinance so that they can start writing some citations.
But we don't have to write it.
No,
Okay.
no, but
That
it
was
could
thrown
affect,
around
but
a
it could
little bit.
affect, depending on how it's
Right,
written,
it's
it could
citations
affect
if
what
we don't
you
do
are,
things.
what you'll be doing, like
yeah,
autumn jubilee.
Mhm.
Like, so you'll have to have police officers, and that will have to come out of your budget. Those are the types of things that we want to try to avoid. Manager Hardline did stress that we don't wanna, the intention is not to create another problem while trying to solve one. So we do need to try to, there is some timeliness in solving that problem, because weather is getting warmer. Yep. But we also don't wanna create new problems for folks that aren't like bringing hundreds of people into the community that might create a dangerous situation, and are really trying to do things that are helpful.
Will
and
that be
to
ready
neighbors.
next meeting?
It's supposed to be ready and presented to us on April 8th.
Cool.
So you will likely probably not see that until you're following your meeting.
Okay.
We can take a look at that.
Cool.
Just keep an eye out for that.
Thank you.
And
Put it on the
okay to
agenda.
attend then that meeting,
Board
that's the
meeting. On the
board
8th.
meeting? Okay.
Yeah, if you'd like to attend on April 8th, that's fine too.
Cool, thank you.
Mhm.
Staff comments?
Just that I have the
Wait to
cicadas
see them.
in the car, if you wanna.
Waiting, they're waiting in the car.
I'd like you to maybe
Get them out.
get them.
Please take them.
I'll follow you up.
Cicada food. Oh my
They eat, tree roots, so I hope your car isn't made of wood.
No, thank goodness it's not.
You'll bring the chariot here today?
What's that?
The chariot, you drive that. Motion to adjourn.
Anyone want a second?
A second.
All right.
7:23.
That's all my cicadas.